Welcome to episode 11. Today we're going to be doing a triple feature. We're going to be installing LED blinkers in the front and the rear. We're going to be installing an OEM luggage rack, and we are also going to be installing a tidy tail / Fender Eliminator, whichever one you want to call it. It made sense to do this all in one video since it all takes place in the rear end, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, what we're going to be doing next is the OEM luggage rack. We're going to go ahead and take off the old one. Alrighty, so here's the OEM luggage rack. It goes right here. It comes with these little spacers. Honestly, it looks like it's almost a little spread, like this whole thing almost needs to crush in a little bit, but we're gonna try to mount it up. For what we're using the Navi for, it's gonna be really important to have this luggage rack so we can put folding chairs and coolers and stuff like that on it. So let's try to get it on. I prefer the way the OEM luggage rack looks compared to the grab bar that kind of comes with the bike. Now this rack is a factory option. You can get it straight from the Honda dealership. I ended up picking mine up online though. I'll be sure to include the link in the description or the comment section below. Now let's get into the install of the tidy tail / Fender Eliminator and the LED installs. Alrighty, so we have these aftermarket blinkers. These were also on Amazon for, how much were they?
$18.
Okay, they were $18 for all four. The ones with the white are for the front. The ones with the red are for the back. So these front ones have daylight running lights that are white, and then when you turn on the blinker, they flash yellow. The one with the red wire is a brake light for a daylight running light, and then when you turn on the blinker, it starts blinking. So to my amazement, I unplugged the wires from the OEM blinker and the connectors are the same, which is pretty cool, so we don't need to splice. Black is the negative or the ground. The yellow is going to be your positive. So just to test it out, we'll just put that in there loosely in the green. We'll put this in there loosely in the blue. Go ahead and turn our key on, which it is on. Okay, give me a second here. We're gonna go ahead and, okay, so it works. Judging by this flashing, and I can hear the clicking, we're definitely gonna need a hyper flash relay, which I have found on Amazon for, I don't know, $5-6. So I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. But let's try out the daylight running light feature. If we put it to this wire, there you go, and that's the startup sequence. So we're gonna splice both front blinkers to this one white wire, so that way when we have key on power, everything lights up daylight running light, but then we still have left and right blinkers. And so let's go ahead and get the OEM blinkers off. Alrighty, so we are getting ready to install our blinkers. Someone posted these online. These are little fillers for the OEM, when you upgrade the blinkers, and it's like they did a pretty damn good job. A buddy of mine has a 3D printer, which you guys will see later on. We got some 3D printed projects going on the Navi, but this is a pretty cool little piece. Alrighty, so I got the blinkers installed with the cool 3D printed little end plates here. I had to reuse, there were metal clips in here. Those had to be reused from the OEM blinker. I don't know if you can tell, there's like a metal clip with a tab there, so I had to be reused. Now we're going to link together all of our daylight running lights. So this is the one for the right blinker. This is the one for the left blinker. And then this is the one coming from, this is the main Navi harness for the headlight harness. Or sorry, the main wire from the OEM harness. And we are going to twist those together so they all get a signal. I have a heat shrink bullet connector here. So we're going to install this on one. Alright, so we're going to crimp that, give it a tug test as always. Yep, that's exactly why we do the tug test. So since I crimped the blue one pretty hard, and it still fell out, we're going to use the red colored one, which is for 22 to 18 gauge wire. Alrighty, give it a tug test. Perfect. Okay, now we got black. Black goes to green. Yellow goes to the blue. I think it's really cool these just plug in. Like I don't have to solder anything or splice anything. So that's for that side. Oh yeah, this side's a little different. This side had a bunch of splices on it. Green is your ground. So we're going to plug that in there. I may need to grab a little screwdriver and shove that in further. But let's go ahead and get the yellow in there. Well, that one went in all the way. Take it upon myself to make it a little tighter. There we go, perfect. Alrighty, let's test out the blinkers. We'll do key on. And they work. We'll do left blinker. Hyper flashing, but it does work. We'll go right blinker. Hyper flashing, but it does work. So we will definitely be needing to do the relay. We'll be moving on to the back turn signals as well as the Moto tidy tail license plate holder, and then these are going to be mounts for the new blinkers. So let's go ahead and get it on. All right, so we got the orange wire, which is your left blinker, the blue wire, which is your right blinker, and then both grounds go to this double barrel terminal. So just like we did before, I unplugged. This is the taillight switch. So one of them is going to provide constant power. So we can, again, use this little guy and try to figure out which wire it is. Not that one, not that one. So it is on the back, it is the middle wire, which is brown. So we're going to wire this red wire to brown, and then the black and yellow are going to plug into the OEM blinker wires. I was debating which one to splice into, whether I do this one or this one. After taking the taillight out just to make it more convenient, it obviously makes more sense to cut this brown wire. So if anything ever happens to go wrong and I need to replace this, you know, this is going to be a lot easier than the entire, you know, main harness for the Navi. So we're going to go ahead and cut across this this loom here and expose the brown wire. Then we're going to cut and splice into it. All right, so I'm gonna throw these blinkers in the tidy tail before we get started. That way I can run the wires before I plug them in and splice them in. All right, we have everything finished up here. Just to recap, the brown wire was a constant power, so we did the red of the blinkers to the brown. And then the yellow wires on the left and right blinker went to the orange on the left side and the blue on the right side, and that would complete the circuit when you flip on your blinkers. So let's go ahead and try it out. So there's key on with the blinkers, and we're gonna turn on the left blinker. And unfortunately, we get a hyper flash. I ended up getting this flasher relay off of Amazon. I figured if it didn't work, they do have a free return policy, but turns out it ended up working perfectly. Amazon is a direct fit. All right, so there's the old relay. There's the new one. This one's got 3 slots. This one's got 2, so this one's got 3 wires OEM. But this one is supposed to work according to online, so let's see if it works. Plugs in perfectly. Alrighty, key on, let's try it out. Alright, left blinker. Still getting that. Right blinker. Still getting that. As you can see from the simultaneous flashing of both blinkers, I'm going to need to install a diode. Even though I converted it from AC to DC in episode 6, the turn signal wiring is still designed for AC. LEDs do not play well when adding them to that kind of setup, so adding a diode prevents the signal from backfeeding into the LEDs. Alright, here's a little wiring diagram I made up for the diode install. As you can see, we got this plug, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires going out of it. We're not worried about the yellow, we're not worried about the black, we're not worried about the brown. Primarily just the blue, green, and the red. As you can see here, I have a diode. So what needs to happen, and this is by the blinker bulb, by the way. This is the little bulb in your dash of your OEM instrument cluster, your mile per hour gauge. So what you end up doing is taking the blue wire and cutting it, and then you are going to route that to one leg of the diode. Then you're going to snip the red wire and link that to the other back leg of the diode. Now the other end of that red wire, you're going to end up splicing into the green, and the other end of that blue that's still attached to the light bulb is going to be going to that top portion of the diode. So again, just to cover it, your blue from the plug is going to go to the red of the diode. Your red from the plug is going to go to the red of the diode. Blue wire is going to be going to the blue of the diode. That way, with the way this circuit is designed, no power will be backfeeding into the LEDs. So I know what you're probably asking yourself. You're asking yourself why I'm not showing the install process of this diode. I ended up not using the diode that I purchased because, oddly enough, I ended up killing two birds with one stone. I have an install of another electrical component coming up right after this in episode 12. You'll have to check out episode 12 for the details on that. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the finished product of the LED blinker installs. These LEDs are super bright. I love the look of the daylight running light. I love the kind of sequential turn signal, both front and back, and I like the fact that now I have extra lights in the back for a little bit of extra style and safety. As always, down in the description or the comment section below, I'll put the links to everything used in this video. The blinkers, the flasher relay, diode, the rear rack, as well as the Moto Tidy Tail / Fender Eliminator. I'll see you guys on the next episode.